Political fallout from this fiasco, and it could determine the future of the California governor's seat. Leslie Marshall is a syndicated radio talk show host based in Los Angeles. Leslie, welcome. Great to have you here.
Hey, thanks to have me. It's my first time on the show, so I'm glad to be here.
Oh, good. Well, you know, I think this whole thing is so fascinating, and it really seems to be putting a lot of wind in the sails for Jerry Brown. He is latched onto this Bell controversy. How far will it take him?
Well, I think it's actually going to take him right to the governor's mansion, because you have to remember, I am sitting and living in a state that recalled a governor to have a better fiscal situation, and we don't have that. And of course, when you look at the situation with Bell, it's not just about money, but it's about lack of responsibility and lack of oversight. And when you are steering the ship, you go down with your ship, and you're to blame for what happens on that ship. And a lot of this falls to Schwarzenegger, who is a Republican.
Nobody
at a
has
time
even
when
brought up Schwarzenegger's name yet, though. I mean, that is the interesting thing here. I guess there's so many things to blame the current governor for, but let's get to the CalPERS for a second, if we could, because I think this whole thing is so interesting. They are in such deep trouble. All kinds of accusations flying about whether they're running money correctly. They hire these people to help hire money managers, questions about what they're paying them. Is this just part of the fabric in California, that you can't manage money there well? You can't have a state budget that balances. You can't manage retiree funds. What's going on?
How much time do we have? We basically, first of all, when we look at management of money, I think we have seen that not just in California, but throughout the United States, there have been a lot of areas, Wall Street especially, that can't manage money. Whether it comes to pension funds, I know many outside of California, my mother included, who had their retirement savings cut in half by what happened on Wall Street. In the state of California, I think one of the problems has been, and I look again to our governor, replacing somebody who had experience, being impatient, a knee-jerk reaction in the recall election, and replacing him with an individual who was inexperienced in a state that was hurting and falling deeper and deeper into bankruptcy, as we see now. When we look at CalPERS, again, what do we hear? We hear that the officials on a local level should have told CalPERS. CalPERS should have told the Attorney General. The Attorney General should have told the governor. Clearly, nobody is minding the store. Failures
at every level, and of course, we see this so often, really. But my other question is this: at the end of the day, sometimes voters have short memories. Is this something that's really going to fire folks up? Isn't it causing any other ripples? Or do you think in 2 weeks we'll be on to the next story?
Well, being that we had a big proposition challenged and overturned by a judge here in California, it's a very valid point. I mean, what did you eat for lunch last Tuesday? And that's how voters look at things. But when it comes to right now, you know what people say? It's the economy, stupid, right? Well, right now in California and in the United States, we have a bad economy. We have people hurting. And Bell, certainly on the front page of the papers, puts that in the face of Americans every day. And it is a slap in the face if somebody's getting 6 digits for a part-time job and you don't see the fruit of their labor. And by the way, these are elected officials, so I think this is a wake-up call to the voters as well.
Definitely a wake-up call. Leslie, thanks for helping us out today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Coming up, President Obama